You and I are going to Italy today. We are going to visit with the great Italian watercolor artist, Francesco Fontana. Hey, Francesco, so nice to see you, my friend.
Ciao, ciao, my friend Eric, amico mio. How are you?
You're going to have to speak English, all right? Because my Italian is a little rusty.
I can't speak in English, just macaroni, stuff like that.
So I want to show some people some of your work just so they have a feel for some of the beautiful work that you do. Fabulous watercolor work, but also you work in oils and other things. So it's really fabulous to have you on today. Thank you for doing this.
Good to be here. Your company is always welcome.
Thank you. Well, I hope to get over there in person, to see you in person. I think the last time I was in Milan, which was about 2-3 years ago, we tried to connect, but we couldn't really make it work for whatever reason. So I'm sorry about that. But I'd like to just come over and paint for a few days. You can take me around. We could drive up to Lake Como.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You're very welcome anytime. It's well, as I said, Milano is now very, very nice. In the past few years, they remodel it, and it's a lot of new parks and new. Yes, it's a beautiful city.
It's a fabulous city. They have that new area. I don't know what they call it, but it's kind of an elevated area where they have all the shops, and you walk along that area, and you kind of go. I don't know what part of the city.
Yeah, they call it city life. It's all English side, sort of. Yeah. City life, or the new area that was called Isola. Anyway, there are 2 or 3 neighbors that now are very nice to hang around and just go paint, go shop, go eat, go meet people. Nice. Just
So what are you going to do for us today, Francesco?
Oh, okay. Well. Speaking of Milan, some of the audience of this very, very amazing streaming that you're doing, they suggest I would paint a scene from Milan, specifically a tramway.
A tramway.
Well, I said the tramway is too obvious, so I said, okay, I'll do it from a black and white photo, and I'll take the chance, these cues to talk about some trick and tips for maybe beginners. I don't know, maybe beginners would appreciate that. So
we're all got to get a lot out of it. You're such a fabulous painter.
Oh, come on. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Also, I will just suggest 2 or 3 unusual ways to paint in watercolor. For instance, today I will have my easels straight up, down, like vertical.
Yes.
Standing like this.
That's very unusual for a watercolor artist.
Yeah, in a way, let's say that today I'm going to paint watercolor like an oil painter, in a way, in terms of gesture, posture, and setting up. Okay. So this is an oil easel, actually. So we're going to see a few unusual things. This is just one of those.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it, Francesco. I'll pop off, make a couple of announcements, and then we'll get back. And everybody, welcome Francesco Fontana from Italy. Francesco, applause and thumbs up, and we'll be back with you in just a second. All right. So, wow, today is day number 182. I think on Saturday we're going to hit 6 months. Yeah. Hard to believe. I mean, I thought that we were doing this for a couple of weeks. In case you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Eric Rhoads. I'm the publisher of Fine Art, Connoisseur, and Plein Air magazines in America. And we do all kinds of things. We do newsletters on art, magazines on art, books on art marketing books. We have live events. We have virtual events. We have products. We just have a lot of things. I'm an artist myself. I love art. I'm passionate about it. And I tried to build my little business based on the idea that giving you what I would have wanted. And I was unsatisfied, for instance, with art instruction videos. I came out of the broadcast industry and I felt like, nobody was living up to the quality that needed to be done. So when I decided to get into it, I hired a crew, some guys that were Hollywood guys, really know lighting, and we bought, $500,000 worth of equipment, and we built a sound stage. I mean, we really do it right, and we only select the very best of the best to be our video artists. And sometimes you might not know them, but they're people that we know that we think have something of value to teach you. And so that's what we do. So anyway, day number 182 live. And the reason we've been doing this is to keep your head in the game, keep you positive, keep you focusing on something that's fun, something that you can learn. If you're into art, you're picking up art, you want to learn more about art, or you want to take your art to the next level. Daily, I've been here, I've been doing art marketing, I've been doing interviews with artists, doing demos with artists, and then every day at 3 p.m. Eastern, we are doing art instruction videos, and we're sharing some of the many videos that we've produced. We don't share the whole thing. It would cost us a fortune if we did that. We're already kind of dipping into things because we're given discounts every day, but we want to do something for you guys to keep you preoccupied with art and something to keep your head in the game instead of focusing on all the crazy stuff going on in the world, including the virus. So today, the winner of the easel brush clip from yesterday is Regina Meets from British Columbia, Canada. Thumbs up, applause to Regina. We give away a prize for comments every day. Today, we're going to give away my book. Just happen to have one sitting here. I keep it handy because I actually, whenever I'm looking for a marketing idea, sometimes I forget the things that I've written, and I'll just flip through my book and I'll go, I'm going to use that one. Anyway, it's a great book for learning the basics and understanding what you need to do if you want to make a career out of your art or sell your art, or maybe you're not a visual artist, but maybe you're a sculptor, or maybe you're a craftsperson. Anyway, this really will work for anybody. The marketing principles are based on, I don't want to tell you how many years, but a lot of years of marketing and building my own businesses. My business has been 5 years in a row on the fastest growing companies in America list. And so we're pretty proud of that. And a lot of that is because of these marketing principles. And so you can put them to use in your own world. Now, I want to tell you today that a couple of things. The Plein Air Salon art competition ends at the end of this month. You want to make sure you get your monthly entry in. Remember, what one judge loves, another judge doesn't love. And so you want to make sure that you keep entering paintings for new judges. And they don't have to be fresh paintings. They don't have to be brand new this year. So you can enter your best work from all over. And it's not always just plein air. It's all kinds of art. But because we're Plein Air Magazine, we named it Plein Air Salon, but there's plein air work, there's landscape work, there's figure work, flowers, architecture, a lot of different categories. Now, I want to tell you that we've got something really cool coming up. If I can find it here, we are doing an awards program, and that awards program is going to be this Friday night. We're going to give away the awards. We got $38,000 in awards that we're giving away on Friday night. Now, the way that we normally do this is to hold it at the Plein Air Convention. And the Plein Air Convention cannot take place this year because we had canceled because of coronavirus, of course. So we decided to do the awards virtually. We want to give away the money. So we're going to do it Friday, September 25th at 8 p.m. Now, you will get the feed. I'm going to put it out here on Facebook Live. I'm going to put it on YouTube, but we're also going to put it in a lot of other platforms. But you could also go to pleinairsalon.com if you want to get the information on how to watch the awards. This will be fun because we're doing it virtually. You're going to get to meet a lot of great artists, see a lot of great art. And so that's going to be Friday night, September 25th. Now, one of the other things that I think is going to happen, I'll firm this up tomorrow, but I think I'm going to do a cocktail party. And I haven't done one for a couple of weeks, and I want to do a what I call a cocktail party. It's basically a happy hour where we all get together online and we just chat with one another. I kind of talk to you, you talk to me, and we just chat. And I think I'm going to do that on Thursday night. I'm not entirely sure. I've got to make sure that the schedule is clear. I have to talk to my amazing administrative assistant, Allie, who just, I gotta publicly say thank you to her. I mean, she just runs my life. I've got two fabulous people in my life, my wife and Allie, and I'm the luckiest man alive to have these two people in my life. Anyway, so be sure to enter the $30,000 plein air salon. Now, what you're entering is not going to be given away Friday night. These are from past entries, but you want to do that. Now, I want to also tell you, I'm going to change the camera, and you might lose my sound for a second, but I want to show you, I set up a different camera for you. All right, so what you're going to see there, or what you're seeing there, is the view out my window. And that's, I discovered I had a second camera, so I put it on the view. I'm sorry, the angle's a little off, but I have my little wooden porch, my little stick porch out in front of the boathouse. And you can kind of see that it's a cloudy day. It's not as dark and dreary as it looks in this image, but once in a while you might see a boat go by or something. So I'm in the Adirondacks for another, I don't know, another week or two, and then I'm going to head home to Austin, Texas. But anyway, that's kind of what's happening there. So I'll go back here and get my regular camera on. Okay, I'm back. So I told you guys I've got a big announcement, and I want you to wait for it. You're going to be blown away. I mean, I think if you're not blown away, it's not possible to get you excited. I'm just saying. First, a couple other things I want to tell you about. First off, this Sunday, I have Sunday Coffee. It is a blog that I do. It's got about 250,000 readers, and I do it every Sunday morning. And so I'll be sitting out there on the water, on the porch or the dock, or maybe if it's too cold, depending on what the day looks like, I'll be out there and doing that. So you want to check that out. I also want to tell you that Plein Air Magazine is one of our magazines, and we have a print and digital. Most people subscribe to both, but it is an opportunity for you to see some fabulous artwork. We have both collectors and artists who read it, because they like to really, the people who go to plein air events have a tendency to like to watch the artists paint. And so we're teaching art, and the magazine is, we're very proud to say, is the #1 selling art magazine in America. Barnes & Noble outsells all art magazines in the, outsells all art and photography magazines in America at Barnes & Noble nationally. We also just went into 278 Michaels stores. I'm hearing from people who are going in to support us, and some of them are don't have it. Some of them have been sold out already, but ask for it. Make sure you ask a manager. That way it will help you make sure you get it, and it'll help us. I want to mention we have an artist and selfie competition, and October 10th is the last day to enter. We changed it. We originally had extended it, and then we decided we didn't want to wait till the FACE conference next year to give it away. So we're giving it away during the Realism Live conference, and you're going to learn about that in a minute. But this is to do self-portraits, paintings of other artists, paintings of art studios, paintings of artists painting outdoors. And you want to get them in. There's some big prizes. Just go to artistandselfie.com. Get it done before the 10th. A lot of you have done self-portraits. You should enter them. All right. You can learn about everything we do. We have all these different things we do, and you can learn about it at streamlinepublishing.com/everything. Everything is pretty much listed. We might forget something if we add something new. Coming up, I'm a big fan of Russia. I, as an artist, the Russian artwork is something I did not know about until I went to Russia and saw it in person, and I was blown away by the Russian style. I have many friends in Russia. They're wonderful people. I'm taking a trip of 50 people to Russia. We're going to be announcing the pricing here soon, and only 50 people, because we have small towns that we're going to visit, small villages. I should probably get some photos and show you some of those small villages, because they are just incredible to paint. And then we're going to paint in some places like this as well. We're going to tour. We're going to see some art museums. We're going to do some fun stuff. It's a trip of a lifetime, and it's going to be really cool. Now, speaking of Russia, I was just over there in March. I think it was my 5th trip. And I met with and shot a video with, hired a crew, took part of my crew with me, and we shot a video with the great Russian master Nikolai Blokhin. The video is coming out soon. This man is unbelievable. His work reminds me a lot of one of the other top artists in the world, Odd Nerdrum. And this man developed this portrait just to see how they do it. The Russian Academy, the Repin Academy, and the Serikov are two of the best art schools in the world. And when you're a teacher there, you're the best of the best. Well, Nikolai Blokhin was the head of drawing at the school for many, many years, and he's just incredible. He's a very sweet man, very, very quiet, but very sweet. But boy, can he draw and paint, and you're going to get a chance to see that. So watch for that. You don't want to miss this one. This is the first time we have anybody, I think, has really documented the process, the Russian process from the great Russian masters. And so this is something you're going to want to see. Speaking of great masters, we have an event coming up, which is called Realism Live. And it is going to be in October. And Realism Live has some of the most incredible artists from all over the world who are teaching. And hang with me on this, because at the end, I'm going to give you a big announcement. But Connor Walton is going to be teaching from Ireland, Josh Larocque from America, William Schneider, Kathy Odom, Victoria Herrera. When we talk realism, we're talking about different subjects in realism, like still life, portrait, landscape, figure, architecture, flowers, etc. And we're getting the best of the best, but we also go from tight to loose, right? So this lady, Kathy, does beautiful landscape. She'll be teaching landscape painting, basically in very loose plein air, but we have also tight subjects like what Victoria does with incredible portraiture, telling stories with her work. Tony Serenai, look at that amazing work. Todd Casey, great still life artist. One of the greats, Rose Franson, Stephen Bauman from living in Norway, Mark D'Alessio in Portugal, one of the great landscape painters in the world. Kathy Anderson's going to be teaching flowers. Jesus Emmanuel Villarreal, Juliet Aristides. If you want to learn drawing, this is the one you're going to want to, I mean, you get all of these included in one price. It's not like you have to pay for each one separately. Jeff Legg is going to be teaching still life. Graydon Parrish, Aaron Mead's going to be teaching beginning drawing. Gabrielle Deloso, brand new, just announcing this today. Eric Capel, the great Dean Mitchell, they're all great. Daniel Sprick, Daniel Graves from the Florence Academy, Cornelia Hernes, Dan Gerhartz. This is a world-class, this is rare because this kind of thing just does not happen. It's because of coronavirus we've been able to get all these people together at this level. Jennifer Balkin, just brand new, joined. And now, drum roll, please. Okay, you guys, are you holding on? Hang on to your seats because this is huge. Are you ready? Odd Nerdrum from Norway, or from Norway. Odd Nerdrum is considered to be the Rembrandt of our time, considered by many to be the greatest living artist alive today. And this man is hard to get, controversial, and we have been working on this for months and got this put together. This is a rare opportunity to see Odd Nerdrum and all these other artists. And so that's called Realism Live, and the price goes up $200 on the end of this month. So sign up before the end of this month. It's 4 days, but there's a 5th beginner day on the 20th. And if you're a beginner and this stuff seems intimidating to you, go to start out with the beginner day. If you only do that. It's going to be well worth it. And get into this before the price goes up. You are not going to want to miss this. This is historic. It's the largest virtual art conference in the world. It is the first realism conference that is dealing with all the aspects, still life, portrait, landscape, figure, architecture, flowers, etc. It's the first and only one, and it's a worldwide audience. We had, for our first virtual conference, which was the plein air virtual conference, we had a huge number of people. We think this could get much bigger, but we have limitations on how many we can sell because we have to pay every time we add different people. We have to upgrade our technology and so on. So if you want to get a seat, you want to get it soon, because when the deadlines hit, that's when everybody signs up. And so you want to get in and get that done. So that's Realism Live. Realism Today presents Realism Live, the ultimate art learning event, October 21 through 24. 5 days of online art lessons from leading artists. Learn to paint nature, people, flowers, and more. Become a better artist. Click the link to register now. Okay, so I have, anyway, odd nerd room. I mean, that's huge. So you guys get signed up for Realism Live right away. Now we're going to go to Italy. Through the magic of technology, we are heading over to Milano. My friend Francesco Fontana. Francesco, I want to show you guys again in case you tuned in late. Francesco is a world-class artist. Some of his work, it's just absolutely fabulous work. And he works in oils, watercolors, pastels. He does it all. And so he's our guest today. And he's going to do something unusual in that he's going to paint vertically. A watercolor artist usually have their canvas, at a slight angle, but he's going to paint vertically, and he's going to do a little piece. And I see, Francesco, that you're a good promoter. You have your website up there, and I will put it up here too, because that way it's there. And
yeah, you teach me this, right?
Yeah, well, you read my marketing book, obviously. So we're going to turn it over to you. I'll jump in with some questions or comments from our worldwide audience. And you guys, if you have comments, remember to jump in. And remember, today for comments, you can get my book, Make More Money Selling Your Art. And tomorrow we'll announce the winner. And so make sure you do that. And so now let's get to Francesco Fontana. Take it away, Francesco. Whoops.
Okay. Thank you, Eric. Now I'll try to get adjust with the camera and all the tech, right? So, okay, I'll show you. This is the subject. I don't know if you can see it. I just printed in black and white one of my photos of downtown Milan. So there's a tramway that was suggested by some of the fans of this streaming videos. And I'll do it a little bit with some little different practice. As Eric said, working straight up down here, so the easel was just vertical, and this is typical of oil painting, because you want to see, when you're painting, you want to step back a little bit and look for distance, from a distance, etc. So the challenge that I would suggest, especially beginners, to take from time to time is just to start, work from a black and white situation, a reference photo, or sketch, and just make up your colors, make an arrangement. Now, while Eric was just, giving you the announcement, I just quickly sketch the subject with this graphite stick. This is maybe unusual for many. This is all graphite. I don't know if you use that, but that's just a new tip. Then, so basically, I got my subject here. I will stick with the dominant value here is pretty dark, right? It's almost a nectar, right?
We cannot see your reference image very well. If you want to maybe tilt it.
You want it included in the picture?
Well, at least while you're talking about it.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So what I'm saying is the dominant value here is pretty dark, right? So in a scale from say 1 to 5, this is going to the average. The average value is kind of 4. Right? This is going to be 3. This is going to be 2. This is going to be 5. The darkest one. So that's the way I work basically with values 3.
So you only use 5 values. Some people use 10. You pretty much boiled it down to 5.
Well, in the first place, I believe that working with the odd number of values should be, we should be better off, because there's always a mid value, which would be just equal for every whatever scale you have. Now you have the lightest means say white, black, and then mid-tone in between. Then all the other grays of of tones, the other tones are just fractions. So in the first of all, I prefer to have an odd number, 5, 7, or 9, or etc. But 5, I think it's pretty good. It's rich enough, but it's not too complicated. Especially if you do a quick work or plein air, etc. Anyway, so the dominant here is around here. That's kind of a nocturne. So what I'm going to do is just pick 3 colors, just 3 colors. And I would do, okay, orange. Orange is the typical color of the Milan tramway. So orange, number 1. Number 2, I would just look for the complementary color, so that would be blue. And then just let's add one more color. Just this is kind of free. Eric, you suggest a color. You know that. That doesn't matter. You want to
purple.
don't worry about that.
Purple.
Okay, purple. And then this is the random thing. Like we don't know what's going to happen when they mix together. I mean, we can preview it, but anyway, it might be a little bit different from the atmosphere that actually was there. So this is the expressionist part of it. Like we interpret the scene. So in the first place, what I do, well, as I said, this is already toned. I tone beforehand. I tone the paper like this. Can you see that? Okay, I put some gray, a leftover from my palette, and let it dry. So actually, I've drawn the subject here on a painted paper. That's the one more unusual way. You can try. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just leave the lightest light open, and again we said purple, blue, and orange. Let me set palette. Here. I'm sorry you didn't see the palette. Anyway. Okay. Purple, say ultramarine blue, put it here. Ultramarine blue. And as orange, I would use a quinacridone burnt orange. This one, and the first place. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Say I'll put down value 3. So let's put it this way. Okay.
How come you made
It's not
how come you made your sky dark blue when in the photo it looks like it's a pretty light value?
I told you. I rather do it a little bit more as a nocturne, but
I missed that.
you know,
Okay. Or as a nocturne. Okay. No, do what you're going to do. Don't let me change it.
All right. So I guess the font is gonna be this headlights. Okay. Okay, let's switch to another different brush. Um, okay.
Can you tell us what kind of brush you're using?
Sorry.
What kind of brush and what kind of paper?
Well, this is a pointed, and this must be Da Vinci. I can't remember those now, but ideally I use much more. Most of my brushes are Princeton, Neptune, round, flat, and yeah. And paper I'm
Can you
using.
hold them up
Well,
in
this.
front of the camera because we couldn't see them?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Hold them up in front of the camera so we can see them.
Yeah, this is a Princeton, Neptune. They're very nice, either squirrel or synthetic, sometimes synthetic sable, Kalinsky, and just yeah, mostly Princeton. But okay, I have some others as well. Paper, I'm using this German brand. Can you see Anna Müller?
Yes, they were. As a matter of fact, they were at the plein air convention as a vendor.
Okay, good. Yeah, I like it because it's pretty soft. It's not too rough. It's not too smooth, and it's pretty light. So I'm using this, and yeah, I'm happy. So yeah. Mm, well, if you want to know about paint, uh, most people know that I'm a brand ambassador. I have to do this, commercial sort of. I'm brand ambassador of Daniel Smith, so I'm pretty happy with this extra fine watercolor paint. And okay, so let's get to some more dark.
Will you let that, are you trying to let that dry a little bit, or is it just drying enough, or do you care?
Yeah, I got a little fan here. So can you see?
Yeah, well, you got a lot of fans watching too.
Yeah. So I got it was fine anyway. Uh, sort of drawing it as he goes, drawing it as he goes. Well, I wish it was a little drier, but anyway, it's okay now. Let me sort of get this. Okay.
So if you're going to put that dark value in anyway, why didn't you just start with the dark value? Francesco,
Yeah,
how come you didn't just start by laying in the real dark value rather than having the underpainting?
I'm sorry.
How come you didn't just start with the dark value rather than having the underpainting first?
Uh, why didn't I start with the darks? You mean?
Yes. Why didn't you start with the darks and you laid in some color under it that's not really showing through? Why not just start with the darks?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Now I understand what you mean. Well, because it does anyway. Because the optical mix is always there. It's if it's even if it's not visible, you can feel it. And also because I do tend to work by layers, even if they're pretty, fast, not the long process of many layers, etc. But however, I like to sort of do layers like this, for instance, and then go with this, and,
Hey, would you?
it's
That's me calling, so I can answer questions or ask you questions. So just go ahead and answer that.
yeah. So it's really hard. Okay, I want this. I want this. And this. Okay, um,
I love how you're using that big brush and you're creating that, the drawing with it as well. It's fabulous.
yeah, that's just cat. The edge of the brush is nice to make straight patches of color.
You got about 15 minutes. You're doing great.
Well, I'm going as fast as possible, but no, now I'll focus on the tramway. This is the main character of this movie.
There's a question that says, did you take the photograph And how do you come up with the colors from a black and white photograph? You just make it up in your head?
Yeah, yeah. As you know, I tend to work by memory to train myself having a good memory, and you know, sometimes colors are a kind of distraction, and you don't enjoy you follow too much the real thing, and I want to leave at least something unpredictable a little bit. So that's why. But I stick with the orange for the which is pretty iconic for the local tramways. All right.
Okay, you guys, if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments section and I'll ask them as they're coming in.
Yeah, sorry, I get
No, that's fine.
concentrated, but if you have questions, please go ahead.
Well, you have viewers from all over the world. We have India, we have Egypt, we even have Italy.
Do we have Italy?
Yes, I think you said you had a visitor the other day. I have a couple of Italy. Cat Ring is in Italy, but
Yeah.
I think Linda Marie is there. Yep.
Yeah.
We all kind of got to know each other. You know, we've been at this almost 6 months as of Saturday.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I think I need to dry a little bit. Sorry for the sound.
You know, I don't need to blow dry my hair, but I think maybe this would be a good opportunity. Hey, Francesco, how does this paper behave differently than some of the other papers that you have tried in the past?
Yeah, I told you, it's just soft. It's just wide and soft, and well, it stays stretched as well. That's the same standard of many of them, but I like it because it's soft enough to draw smoothly, but it's got a little texture anyway, a little bit of texture, but the texture is not too pointed. It's not too the grip is not too strong. Okay.
Lots of people watching. Norway. Hello, Norway. Just tuned in all over the U.S. We have.
Hello, Norway.
Hello, Norway. British Columbia, Canada. Deep in the heart of Texas. You got them everywhere, Francesco. You're a star. You're attracting people from all over the world.
Yeah. Well, maybe because they still believe Italians are fun. You know?
Well, they are fun.
Well,
India.
hope so. And let me get rid of some of this. It's all the negative thing to be done.
What is the size of that painting? I know you're centimeters there, but it looks to me like it's about a 16 by 20. Is that about right?
Hold on.
Is the size about a 16 by 20?
I'll tell you in a second.
Oh, okay.
We got all the technology. I can tell you by as it's 12, yeah, 12
12 by
by
16.
14, 14,
Yeah.
because I crop it a bit here.
Okay. All right. Hello, New Zealand. Hello, North Carolina. They said, don't forget mentioning us. Ontario.
Ciao.
Ciao, baby. I think our friend Mustafa in Egypt has brought more people into the daily broadcast than most of us in America have. So, Mustafa, thank you. And you guys tell your friends, make sure that you post this so that people can see it. They don't know about it. And we need to spread this to the world. Hazel, thank you for doing that in New Zealand. How do you frame? Do you use glass or do you no glass?
I use Plexi, Plexi, yeah. Okay, now what I want to do is just.
Somebody asked, do you normally paint vertically or are you just doing that for the demo?
Well, I do that on occasion, but today the pretext was the demo. But it's a good challenge because you learn, you challenge yourself how to control, the dropping here, and to make the right dilution in the paint with the paper. Yeah, it's a good exercise.
Are you using looks like you're adding a white. Is that a gouache or what is that?
Yeah, this is actually watercolor, white, Chinese white.
Okay.
And I think it's not offense because some purists are, kind of contrary. But if you use it wisely, and above all, if you use it transparently, um, you know, there's no problem. This is pretty diluted, so it's actually a watercolor.
Hello,
Okay.
Mumbai. Hello, Pakistan. Man, this is really fun today. We're getting a big audience. You are a popular guy, Francesco.
Wow. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, everyone watching, I really do appreciate your support, your being there. Let me now this.
You're down to your last 5 minutes, Francesco. No pressure.
Okay, of course I'm not going to finish it in the session, but I'll be happy to post it when it's done. So remember, if you come to Milan, take tram 16. We get downtown near the Duomo. Now, need to have a little bit dark here. Yeah. I build the painting all together. I don't like to finish one spot and then go, to the next one. I like to, work here and there, make it grow, um, together. So that's why most times my paintings you don't really, I mean, you need to wait until it comes out the very end, sort of.
I'm going to recommend, Francesco, that you bring that closer to the camera so we can see it. And we're going to have to hop off in a couple minutes anyway. So maybe this would be a good time to bring it so we can get a feel for it. Somebody asked me to extend today. Unfortunately, I have another meeting and I can't, so I apologize. But when I extend, it tends to cut off on some of the platforms anyway. So I don't want to do that to everybody. But thank you for the suggestion. Okay, let's see it. All right, I'm going to go off camera.
So this is going to be the focus. It needs a little bit more work. So, it's not going to be for this session.
Well, you even have a figure in there, which I'm impressed with. You got that done.
Yeah, I wanted to introduce some figure. Let me see if okay.
All right. Well, that's fabulous, Francesco. Okay, I'm going to watch you do that figure. Then we're going to let you go. Here we go.
Okay.
What is the key to painting figures and making them look right?
Don't try to make a figure. Don't try to make a human. Try to sort of make some abstract form. Well, when they so small, this small. Of course, if you're working on a portrait or a large figure, it's different. But here, you need to have patches of paint that feel like human.
All right. So we're going to have to wrap up here, Francesco. Thank you so much. How about you guys give thumbs up and applause to Francesco Fontana from Milano, Italy.
You're too good. You're too sweet, man.
You're awesome, man.
Thank you, everyone online, and of course, I'm a disciple of Eric. So look at the website and just go there and sign up for my newsletter. You get a coupon, you get a lot of benefits, a lot of stuff if we're talking marketing. But of course, I'm here to share with you. I was here to share with you my passion for watercolor, for painting in general. So that's the first thing.
Well, Francesco,
Okay, so
you're one of the good guys, and I'm so glad to have you on my program today. Thank you so much.
thank you, Eric. Thank you.
Okay, you guys, thumbs up and applause for Francesco Fontana in Italy. You can go to his website, francescofontana.com. I should tell you, if you're a watercolorist and you're watching this, we are going to also make another big announcement with the faculty. Now, we don't have it completely filled in yet, but we have an event called Watercolor Live, which is a virtual watercolor conference, the first virtual watercolor conference, I think, worldwide. And so we expect to have some amazing people. I don't know that the website is up yet. You might check it. You can definitely go up there and sign up to be notified, but the faculty is going to be up. As you know, Kelly Kane, our editor at Plein Air Magazine, was the editor for 20 years, I think, of Watercolor Magazine, and we stole her away. And we're proud to have her. And she said, okay, well, I'll come and do Plein Air Magazine, but I want to do watercolor too, because it's a passion of hers. And so we're doing that with our American Watercolor newsletter. You can get that at americanwatercolor.com. And then, and that's free. And then, of course, you can go to Watercolor Live and learn more about that. Now, I want to tell you real quickly also that we made a big announcement. If you did not hear about this, we have the great Odd Nerdrum is going to be joining us on Realism Live, and that's a huge announcement. Now, our faculty is massive. We have people from all over the world, and you want to check out the faculty at realismlive.com. It will give you a feel for what we have there. But watch this real quick. Realism Today presents Realism Live, the ultimate art learning event, October 21 through 24. 5 days of online art lessons from leading artists. Learn to paint nature, people, flowers, and more. Become a better artist. Click the link to register now. And if you register before the end of the month, this month, before September 30th, you can save $200. Price is going up because we're having so many people joining us. We have to upgrade technology so we can add the more people. So the price has to go up. So get it now. And also at some point, we're going to have to cut off seats. When we did Realism Live, Plein Air Live, I think we cut off at 1,500. So we're already over 1,200. So you want to make sure that you get this on your list and get this done. It's a world-class artist. Make sure you go to realismlive.com and do it before the end of the month to save the $200. I want to thank you guys from all over the world. We've been here now 182 days in a row. And on Saturday, it's going to be 6 months. And I might even have something special planned for you on Saturday. Just saying. Anyway, I love you guys. I want to thank you for being here every day. You got new people tuning in from all over the world. Make sure you share this so other people can find it, because a lot of people are discovering art. Some people have never painted or drawn before, and they're taking it up from these. Of course, every day at 3 p.m., we have a video that we're sharing with you. And today, I forgot to mention it, we have a great video with the great Thomas Jefferson Kitts. He's going to be doing his Sargent video. This is the video. You'll be seeing segments from Sargent Techniques of the Master. He has studied Sargent to try and understand Sargent's techniques. He hired live models and shot this and then did this painting, and you're going to get a lot out of it. You find that at YouTube and Facebook. Just go search Streamline Art Video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for being here today. And remember, if you make comments, whether you're doing it live or in the replays, we have prizes to give away, and tomorrow's prize will be my book, Make More Money Selling Your Art. Thank you. I'm Eric Rhoads, publisher, a fine art connoisseur, and Plein Air. Make sure you have a really terrific day. Focus on your art. Focus on doing something you love. Do not focus on the negativity, the negative events, the fear. That is worldwide. We understand that, but you've got to keep yourself healthy. Best way to keep yourself healthy is to make yourself happy. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.